Good morning, children. Today we are moving on to the next lesson of physics. Next lesson of physics is refraction of light. So, last lesson what we studied was reflection of light. What is reflection of light? Reflection of light is when light falls on a smooth surface, it comes back to the same surface. That process is known as a reflection of light. So what is this refraction of light? Refraction of light means when light passes from one media to another media, it undergoes a deviation in its path. We have already studied light travels in a straight line. But when light travels from or when light passes from one media to another media, it undergoes a deviation in its path. And this deviation is known as a refraction of light. So why does light refract? Light refracts because of the influence of the medium. So what is this influence of the medium? One measure of the influence or one measure to understand the deviation of light is optical density. Optical density is a measure which determines the deviation of light in a medium. As the optical density increases, the speed of light decreases or the deviation of light increases. So, optical density and speed of light is related. As optical density of the media increases, the speed of light decreases. Or normally we can see through a media of lower density, light travels very fast, and through a media of greater density, light moves only very slowly. Similarly, the refraction of light will be or the deviation of light will be more in the case of an optically denser medium and will be less in the case of an optically rarer medium. So, in your textbook, there are certain media given and speed of light is given there that your teacher will be clearing to you in your doubt clearing session or your interactive session. The portions that is or the tables that have to be covered in the textbook will be covered or will be written in the doubt clearance session or in the interactive session. Now, this refraction of light, there is a table given there. There are 2 or 3 medias given. That is, one is air. Air is a optically less denser medium, and so the speed of light will be very high in air. The speed of light in air is about 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. The speed of light in air and speed of light in vacuum is almost the same. So, the speed of light in air and speed of light in vacuum is taken as the same, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8. Then, there are certain media given, glass, water, etc. is given. And another one is given as what is diamond. Diamond, as you have studied, it is a denser medium. Optical density of diamond is very high, and so through diamond, light travels only very slowly. And speed of light in diamond is also given there, 1.25 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So, diamond having very high optical density, the speed of light will be very less in the case of diamond. So, this is refraction. So, how will you again define refraction? When a ray of light passes obliquely from one media to another, the light undergoes a deviation at the point of separation of the two media. This phenomenon is known as a refraction. So, when light travels from one media to another, the light undergoes a deviation at the point of separation, and this is known as a refraction. I think it is clear to you. Then we will pass on to another portion, that is a refraction in different media. Suppose See, consider a glass slab. Glass slab means it is a rectangular box which is completely made of glass. Now, if and we can name this glass slab as A, B, C, D. Suppose a ray of light falls on this glass slab obliquely. Obliquely means slantingly. So a ray of light is falling on this glass slab obliquely. Now we can draw the normal here. See, this is the normal. Normal and all you studied in the last lesson. So this is the normal drawn at this. This is the point of incidence. So this being the point of incidence, you are drawing a perpendicular, and this perpendicular is known as the normal. So the angle between this incident ray and the normal is known as angle of incidence I. Angle between the incident ray and the normal is known as the angle of incidence I. Now, see, if there was no glass slab there, then how would this ray of light move? If there is no glass slab there, then this ray of light would have moved like this. So then the light ray moves in a straight line. The ray of light will have moved in a straight line like this. See, the path of ray of light will be like this. But since there is a glass slab here, at this point, instead of moving like this, what happens? The ray of light moves like this. Actually, the ray of light, what was the path of the ray of light supposed to be? The ray of light should have moved like this, because light always travels in straight line. But since there is a glass slab kept here, at this point of incidence, instead of moving like this, what happened? The ray of light deviated, and this deviation is known as a refraction. So instead of moving like this, the ray of light deviated towards the normal. Understood? Now we can wrap off this. See, a glass slab is given A, B, C, D, and a ray of light is falling on that glass slab obliquely. So at this point of incidence, you can draw a normal, and the angle between the incident ray and the normal is known as the angle of incidence. Then what happened? Instead of moving in a straight line, the ray of light, what happened to the ray of light? The ray of light deviated towards the normal. It was supposed to move like this, but what happened? It deviated towards the normal. And here, the angle between the refracted ray and the normal is known as angle of refraction. Listen, the angle between the refracted ray and the normal is known as angle of refraction. Now again, what happened? See here this light is moving like this. Light is moving in a straight line like this. Then what happened here? At this juncture, what happened? Again, this media is separated. From up to here it is glass, then it comes out of the glass. It re-enters into the air. What happens? There also the ray of light refracts. How the ray of light refracts? See, here also you can draw the normal. It is the normal drawn here. The ray of light should have moved like this. But instead of moving like this, what happened? The ray of light deviates away from the normal. The ray of light would have moved like this, but the ray of light now deviates away from the normal. Here also you can write the angle of incidence. This is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. So, understood what are the conditions? See here, we can now write this point. First one is, when a ray of light enters from a less denser medium to a greater denser medium. And the ray of light, this is air, see, this is air, and this is glass. So obviously air is a less denser medium and glass is a more denser medium. So when ray of light enters from less denser medium to greater denser medium, the light deviates towards the normal. Understood? The light deviates. That is, light should have moved like this, but it deviated towards the normal. And what happened next? When a ray of light moves from a ray of light comes out from a denser medium towards a rarer medium. From a more denser medium to a less denser medium. Less denser medium is termed as rarer medium. So when a ray of light passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it deviates away from the normal. It should have moved like this, but what happened? It deviates away from the normal. These are the two conditions. Now, next one is, suppose you are taking this here. You have already studied trigonometry in your maths classes. Now we are taking this sine of the angle of incidence. Sine I. And you are taking the sine of the